word is always fresh. It's always good news.
Mm-hmm.
I am so thankful that when I stop and think about his good news,
Yes, sir.
there is no news on this earth
But good news.
other than his good news.
That's right. That's right.
Amen.
Psalm 139.
Mm-hmm.
This deals with it in its entirety, but I just want to pull a few verses to share with you today. You at 139?
Yes, sir.
139.
Amen.
Amen.
Living Translation, first verse. I'll just read a few. O Lord, you have examined my heart.
Yes, Lord.
And know everything about me.
Everything.
Yes, Lord.
You know when I sit down
Mm-hmm. Everything.
or stand up.
Showing up.
Yes, Lord.
You know my thoughts.
Know 'em.
Even when I'm far away.
Oh, yes.
You see me when I travel. When I rest at home, you know everything I do.
That's right.
You know what I'm going to say, even before I say it.
That's right. Come on, Doc.
Lord, you go before me and you follow me.
Oh, yes.
You place your hand of blessing on my head.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So he's in front of you and he's behind you at the same
Same time.
Yes, Amen.
Such knowledge is too wonderful for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's too great for me to understand.
That's right. That's right.
Now he closes this out. This is David. He closes it out down at that 23rd verse. Search me, O God,
Search me.
Yes, Lord.
and know my heart.
Know my heart.
Test me and know my anxious thoughts.
Yes, Lord.
See, he know everything.
Yeah, you do.
Amen.
Point out anything in me that offends you,
Praise God.
Mm-hmm.
and then lead me along the path of everlasting life.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about Jesus is wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Can I get one person to send that back? Jesus is wonderful.
Jesus is wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Talked to you last time I saw you about Jesus is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Today I want to talk to you about Jesus is wonderful.
Yes, sir. Come on, Pastor.
Yes, Lord.
Our own Reverend Carpenter, deacons, we thankful to all of you, members. And this little thing came to me while we were dealing with our last little ice storm.
Yes, sir. Come on, Doc.
God led me this way. This psalm, David, is sometimes referred to as the crown of all psalms.
All right.
Contains some of the great encouragement that we can see even in Psalms 23 and 91, 23 and 91. David is speaking eloquently of God and his nature.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
Two of the attributes of God that we need to realize in our lives from the heart of this message. He is omniscient,
Yes, sir.
Yes, Lord.
which means he knows everything.
Everything.
He is omnipresent. He is everywhere. When the ice was falling and you could hear the limbs cracking, the Lord was looking out for us.
Amen.
Do I have any help here?
Amen. Come on, Doc.
When I talk about how wonderful it is, you just think about this past week was enough for you to be thankful for what he's doing for you.
Yes, sir.
You walking around talking about, I don't know how I'm going to make it. You didn't make it. Jesus made it for you.
That's right. Come on, Doc.
Keep trying to tell you this morning, Jesus is wonderful.
Yes, he is.
We see him and read about him as the wonderful counselor, Prince of Peace, of the mighty God. All of that is wrapped up into the fact that he is wonderful.
That's right. Come on, Pastor.
The The reason I'm at church today is because he's wonderful.
Right.
I even had to get out in the ice and snow and come and make sure this building was ready for service 3 different times. One time they said the lights was on, wasn't nothing on, but the fellowship hall. I had to get on the phone and see, y'all don't trust God, I don't think, like I do. There was a woman who works for MLGW, and I had called and talked to her, and she helped me before. You show to see how God is. I just called customer service, and guess what, Jimmy? She answered the phone. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. I'm in distress. I'm trying to figure out, Margaret, how can I get these lights on and get this church ready, toilets cleaned up, and everything in out for God's people. You don't treat God's house like zero. My wife will tell you, I'll do more for this church than I do for my own home.
All right.
You have to ask me to help with the dish. She have to help me ask me, and I still don't do it. Amen, somebody. Got the dishwasher, no, still don't do it. But when it comes to this church, my message is, I'm leaving, honey. I'll talk to you later. I got to see about the church. When I left, my cousin, he's faithful in helping, but I came by and I didn't like the way I saw the toilet. You see, you must know when you said Jesus is wonderful, you got to know that. You can't play with that. You got to know that. But you got to not only know, you got to live.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Pastor.
Amen.
He also called our minds. God is a personal concerns for us. Points out that we can have a special relationship. See, I don't know about y'all, but I got a special relationship. God been good to me. Some of y'all all wave your hands and say, yeah, I got a special. Really, you don't know. You said you got one, but I got one. I've had to call on him, and he answered when I called. He charged me back and fixed me back up and told me, go on where you're going. He's wonderful, church. Yeah. So he said that you look at it a little further. He says here, and I ain't gonna hold you but a minute. David pointed out that God knows us.
Yes, sir.
Write that down. God pointed out that he knows us.
Yes, he does.
David was excited that God truly knew him. David said that God looked at him and examined his motives. God knew every detail of his life. God knew his thoughts before they became words.
That's right.
David, the word, look it up tonight, means beloved. He was a man after God's own heart. He didn't have nothing. That's why I love him. He didn't have nothing, Reverend, but he was a man after God's own heart.
Yes, he was.
And his real problem was women. He couldn't handle women. Come on, talk to me if you read your Bible. When they found out about him, a woman was there. They said, if he ain't touched her, he got to be dead. Help me hear somebody. Help me hear somebody. But God used David.
Yes, he did.
Just like he's using you and me. We all got some junk in our life.
All of us. All of us.
Yeah, they finna put some clinics together for folks that suffering from opioid. I wish they would send them to the Lord's house. If you got a condition, a problem, God is a problem.
Yes, he is.
I had a few witnesses say he's wonderful.
Yes, sir.
And he took a David or nothing.
Yep.
Old shepherd boy.
Shepherd boy. That's right.
Made him a king.
That's right.
Came to tell you that God can make you whatever he wants you to
That's
be.
right. That's
Record says here in the text, if you go to the second verse, he said, you know when I sit down.
Yep.
You know when I stand up.
That's right. That's right.
You know my thoughts even when
That's right.
I'm far away.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
there's so much in the text. You see me when I travel. See, you don't have to worry about who else see you. Just know God sees you.
That's right.
When you're in your sins and you're doing your thing, you think ain't nobody watching you. God got his eye.
God knows. That's right.
Yeah. You think you got it covered. Didn't nobody see me. God saw me. I don't care what you do. God sees us. That's why when you die, the decision will already be made on where you're going to spend eternity. And guess what? You made the decision. Jesus is wonderful.
Yes, he is.
Then you go on further talking about how David pointed out what God knows. He said, what was true of David is also true of you and me today. God knows our true self.
Yeah. He does.
No one can tell him anything about us. That's why I don't know how come folk let folk bother them.
Amen.
They don't get on my nerves. Years ago they used to get on my nerves, but I found somebody who, when they got on my nerves, he knew how to get them off my nerves. Do I have any help here? I mean, you know, they can get on your nerves. But if you need him, he knows how to get them off your nerves. You do know your enemies in your own house. It ain't down the street, it ain't around the corner, it ain't in your church, it's in your house. That's where they are.
Yes, sir.
But he said, Lord, them anyhow. God knows our thoughts even before they become a word. That's deep, man.
That's right.
So even before I can utter a word, he knows what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
He forms me in such a way that I say what I said. Whether it's good or bad, I still say he knows what you're going to say before you say it. That's it. Before you cuss somebody out, he already know what you're going to use. Come on, talk to him. I know you're scared of it. But he knows. That's why he tells you, don't worry about folk.
That's right.
Leave them alone. Don't pay them no attention. They're just lost. And it's a sad day when you're lost.
Yeah.
David saw himself surrounded by God like a well-fortified city. That's verse 5. Look at what he said. He said, you go before me, and then you follow me.
Yes, sir.
You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such a knowledge is too wonderful for me.
Yes, sir.
It's too great for me to understand. I don't even understand how Jesus is so wonderful.
Yes, sir.
But the record said he's wonderful.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he does. Then number 2 right now, it said God is with us.
Yes, sir.
That's the greatest gift we have. God is with us. We may not always be with God, but he's always with us. Have I got a helper? Have I got a witness? Have I got a hand clapper? Have I got a preach somewhere? Have I got a witness somewhere? Yes, he's right there with us. Emmanuel, meaning that God is with us. David was in that protective custody of God. The Living Bible reads, this is too glorious, too wonderful to believe. I can never get away from my God.
That's right.
If I go up to heaven, you're there. If I go down to the place of the dead, you're there. If I ride the morning winds of the farthest ocean, and your hand is right there.
Right there. Right there, Pastor.
Your strength will support me. Even darkness cannot hide me from God. You know how we do. Let me make it real plain. You know, we like to wait till it gets dark.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
Come
sir.
talk to me. Y'all say, wait till it get dark. Y'all remember y'all day when you used to wait till it got dark. I know y'all don't know nothing about that, but you wait till it got dark to slip over the wave it is you're trying to get to. Get back and get away from it. God already know your story. I watch folks coming to church trying to act like you holy. You ain't holy. You got a long way to go to get to be holy. You might think you holy, but I'm here to tell you, you're not holy. Pastor be the first one to tell you, I'm not holy. I've come a long way, but I still got a long way to holy. To get to holy, y'all don't even know the depths of holiness is deep. You clean yourself up. You dust yourself off. Don't pay no attention to what folks say. They ain't gonna say nothing good. How many folks waiting on somebody to say something good? Waiting on folks to say something good about you. Can I just fool me enough? Waiting on somebody to pat you on the back. It ain't gonna never happen. Jesus is wonderful.
Yes, he is.
God is with us. That's deep.
Wonderful.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes, he is.
Then he says in his word, God is personally concerned about his people.
Yes, he is. Amen.
Let's write it down. He's personally concerned about his people. 130,000 in this city was out of power. But did y'all see all of them down the East Coast? Snow was everywhere.
Amen.
Not just 1 foot, but 2 feet deep. Then it snowed 2 more days later and made that 24 feet deep. Come on, talk to me. Snow all over the house, snow all over the car. Can't get out your house. Locked you in with snow. And you ain't gonna tell me he's not what he is.
Yes, sir.
He's wonderful.
Yes, he is.
You just look at God and just read just this text tonight. It'll make you jump all over the house.
Amen. Amen.
David said that God had designed and made him. We are not a mass product. We are custom made. We're God's masterpiece. That's all the Bible is saying. When you look at yourself, do you know God made you? In his image. In his what? Yeah. He made you.
Yes, he did.
I wish I could go up a little higher for just a few minutes, but look at what he said before I even close the thing. He said, these are precious thoughts to David and us.
Yes, sir.
Let me let you go. But I want you to go over it and look so you can't say I made it up. Look at that 23rd verse. And I'm going to get out of your way. I just wanted to get us ready for church. You got the 23rd verse?
Amen.
Now listen to this David. You know, he killed a Goliath, some of everything. But he still was a man after God's own.
Yes, he was.
Amen. God had chosen him to be the king.
Yeah.
But he was a little shepherd boy.
Yes, sir.
But if you read that verse, that 23rd verse, he said, this is David, he said, search me, O God.
Yes.
Are y'all with me?
We got you.
And know my heart.
Yes, Lord.
Test me and know my anxious thoughts.
Yes, Lord.
Point out anything in me that offends you.
Yes, Lord.
Then lead me along the path of everlasting life.
Yes, Lord.
That's right.
This ain't really a hard preaching sermon. I could go that way, but I want to tell you, do y'all know one thing? Jesus is wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can answer that guy. I've given you enough. He told you through his word, you can be saved by him. He'll know my heart, he'll know everything about me, but he'll still bless me anyhow. With all of my imperfections and all of my being whatever I was other than a child of God, still I heard David say, search me, oh God. Close it out by saying, if there's anything in me, do y'all see where your religion is? It ain't in somebody else. Your relationship is with him. Jesus is wonderful. Can you just say that back to me one time? Jesus is wonderful. Can you say it one more time? You'll feel it after a while. Jesus. He's wonderful. Preach to folk, fall all out, wave all running and everything. But you better know for yourself that you made it here today because he is wonderful. Give him a hand clap of praise. That's enough. Give me a song, Jimmy. That's enough. He is wonderful. Miss Miller came here and sang once about how wonderful he was. Wonderful. Wonderful. He's wonderful. God. Everybody ought to be on their feet just saying this song. He's so wonderful.
He's wonderful.
Wonderful. David said it. I didn't just say it. Man after God.
He's so wonderful.
He's so wonderful.
Oh, he's a wonderful. I know.